Right. This should be another good match. Another good show. So that was a win for you. We are back then, night number 2 of the Battle of Los Angeles. We've already got 6 men in the second round. It's time to add 6 more here, live from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Should be good. I'm looking forward to this. Brian Cage versus Willie Mack as an opener is going to be a cracking start. Bloody Nate. Nate's always costing me stuff. Whether it's money or PWG debut matches, he's just always costing me stuff. Right, Willie Mack versus Brian Cage. This should be a fun one. Both these guys, big, strong men, but also very agile as well. You'd be surprised with some of the high-fly maneuvers you might see between the two of them. Plus, I really do like this neon background. It's one of my favourites. It's a longer one to load, isn't it? I don't know why, because we've switched entrances off, haven't we? Hello, Kitty. You don't like the sprinkler, do you? We're underway then. Brian Cage versus Willie Mack. Yeah, I've done the sprinkler off soon. Got to water the grass because it's been a very hot, dry day, hasn't it? So I'm talking to the cat. I do apologise. Willie Mack dragging Brian Cage middle of the ring. And drops an elbow right in the back of the head. In the back of the head. So, of course, the winner of this one will get Jeff Cobb. No, they don't. The winner of this one will get the winner of Pac and Ricochet, which is the match after this. Is that right? Yeah, that is right, yeah. The winner of this one, yeah, will get the winner of Pac and Ricochet. I was a bit confused by Bola, because essentially you have 24 men in the tournament. And the way it works is you get down to a final 3, and then that final 3 is elimination triple threat to crown the winner. Brian Cage rolling Willie Mack over into the pin. Mack fighting free. Return up the Mack. One more time. Brian Cage now with a headlock. Keeping Willie Mack grounded, but the pair of them both get back up to their feet. So, I've got Kitty's meowing at me. Cleo's not happy that Darby Allin didn't job to me and had my first win in PWG. Oh, I know. You wanted me to win, didn't you? I'll win the next one. We're going to form a tag team with Jeff Cobb soon. We're going to be his disciples. Brian Cage bringing Willie Mack up, and as I spoke about the agility of these two big men, there it is, the springboard into the tornado DDT by the big man. He's not a man, he's a machine. Brian Cage buckle bomb on Willie Mack. I mean, I'd love to see Brian Cage versus Jeff Cobb at some time, and that very well could happen. Nice drop kick there by Willie Mack on Brian Cage. Brings him back up to his feet. And now looking for... Oh, wow. Sits out with Brian Cage on his shoulders, showing the strength again. And it's only a 2 count. I mean, I put Brian Cage down as a favourite for this one, you know, but you never know what could happen. To water it all first. Brian Cage now with Willie Mack on his shoulders, drops him in with the F5. That could be game, set, match here. 1, 2, no. I know. Surprised me as well, darling. Oh, you know the problem's going to be here, isn't it? I didn't think of that. I just thought I've just plugged my PlayStation in through my new monitor, and I've just realised that means I can't sit on the sofa and watch Netflix on my PlayStation anymore. That's something I've got to fix. I didn't think of that one. Nice takedown there by Brian Cage on Willie Mack. I mean, I can just move the cable across, but it's going to be a bit of a pain to keep doing that all the time. Brian Cage now taking Willie Mack up. Into the Steiner screwdriver. Whatever he calls it these days. Either way, it's a victory for Brian Cage. That's exactly what you call it. I said Brian Cage was the favourite to win, and he goes on and does just that by destroying Willie Mack. Brian Cage has destroyed his Willie. And Brian Cage gets himself the all-important ranking point, I suppose, after losing the match in the pilot episode. And now Willie Mack also lost the match in the pilot episode, goes down to -2. It's not looking good for Willie Mack. But Brian Cage moves on to the next round, and he'll face off against the winner of our next match here tonight, which we're going to get straight into. Of course, Ricochet. Ricochet versus Rack. Nope, it's Pac versus Ricochet. That's the one. Not Ricochet versus Rack. Should be a good high-flying match between these two. I'm also thinking of potential other matches we can do later on in the show. Since some of these people are going to get knocked out of the competition, we can do some pretty good matches on those next few shows. Here we go, Pac versus Ricochet. And the bell goes, we are underway. Two great high flyers fighting for the chance to move into the second round. Like I said, face off against Brian Cage in what would be, well, that's the semi-final. So they move on to the quarterfinals of the competition. This is round one, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. Okay, that's easy enough then. This is a dad joke. Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication? For his panic attacks. I like that. For his panic attacks. I bet someone's offended by now. Ricochet in the lead of this match, or in control, should I say. In the lead's a weird phrase. Sending Pac off and catching him with, I think he was going for a bicycle, but I think he actually caught him with a knee, to be honest. Pac now pushing Ricochet away. There's a kitty on the desk. I don't know what she's trying to do. She's trying to figure out why she can't squeeze through the middle of the two monitors. It's because there's a third monitor on here now. That's why. That's a DVD for the detectives. Don't stand on that keyboard, that's something not to put there. Problem is now I can't see the wrestling because your bum's in the way. Move your bum, kitty. But awfully quiet out there, you guys. Are you still there? Hello. Nice. Ricochet slamming Pac face first on the outside. As my cat has still got a bum in the way of the screen. Can't quite see what's going on. She's gone now. Left a mound of hair behind. It's a place in London, Luca. Ricochet bringing Pac back up to his feet. And back into the ring. Ricochet now dragged along, dragging Pac along, should I say. There's the pin. It's been a much slower match than I anticipated between these two, to be honest. I really saw a lot more high speed and high octane, high action coming from these two, but it's not been the case so far, to be honest. Yeah, it's been quite slow and, I don't say tedious, but quite slow. When you expect with these two, you're going to get some real high pace, high speed stuff, don't you? Pac there hovered in midair for a split second. Pac now slamming Ricochet's face into the mat. Just to check, you guys can hear me, can't you? Can you all hear me okay? According to my stream, the audio is going through okay. I just want to double check. Audio levels are good. I'm not too quiet behind the crowd noise. That's the worst thing when you record loads of stuff. Okay, that's cool. It's the worst thing when you record loads of stuff and the audio's bad. Pac now, nice. Superplex. Pac drops into the pin for the 1, 2, only a 2 count. And now Pac looking to lock in that submission, the Rings of Saturn. Is he going to get the win? I mean, it's not been the best match so far if he does get a win this early. I really expected better from these two, to be honest. Ricochet, nice uppercut. And driving Pac face first into the mat. Oh. Ricochet just ran and completely missed. Nice clotheslines by Ricochet. Big super kick knocking Pac down. Yeah, it was a good day, thank you, Alex. It's just so hot. And we're not allowed to have the air conditioning on the offices because it can push the virus around further. So it's not ideal. Like I said, my office got very, very hot today. It was like a sauna. On the plus side, my skin looks good now, though. See Pac able to avoid Ricochet's dive there. Ricochet putting Pac back down the ground. Ricochet heading back up again. Is he going to potentially look for that big senton? He does, and he hits it. If Ricochet wins this, I must admit, I thought Pac had done a bit better tonight, but Ricochet's shown great resilience, and wow, Pac shows great resilience as well. Ricochet brings Pac back up to a seated base. Pac fights back with the right hand in the guts. And takes Ricochet into the Hurricanrana. Pac now stalking Ricochet back up to his feet. Pac lays him out with 2 clotheslines. Into a super kick as well. Is Pac thinking maybe another Rings of Saturn, or is he thinking maybe Black Arrow? I see Pentagon return to AEW as well this week. Be interested to see when Pac returns to AEW finally as well. That'd be nice. I do miss Pac. Pac now taking Ricochet up and slams him down into the suplex. Pac into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And here comes the Rings of Saturn. Locked in by Pac. Will it be a tap this time? It's the second time the actually locked it in. No. Ricochet once again able to survive. And Pac now wrenching back at the arm. Really wrenching back. Wow, really wrenching back of that arm. Ricochet hops over and drops a leg drop right in the back of the neck of Pac. Ricochet in firm control now. Drops onto Pac for the 1, 2. Only a 2 count. It's been a better match now, actually. It's definitely picking up a bit now. Ricochet taking Pac down. Now brings him back up to a standing base. Nice. Drops him face first. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Ricochet heading up top once again. Is he looking for another one of these sentons? He does, and he lands it once again. I mean, Pac's not going to be too impressed. He's dominated this match, but Ricochet is the one who pulls out the victory. Well done to Ricochet. He moves on and gets the big win here over Pac. Where's Ricochet's name? There it is. I mean, the good thing about these sort of tournaments is they do really start to define the rankings pretty well, don't they? Ricochet, fantastic high flyer, and came out on top of Pac. Of course, if you're watching this after time, the rankings will be down below, but please be aware they're updated as per each episode. So if they are down below, there might be a bit of a spoiler for you if you're watching this very far in the past. God, I'm pretty warm. Really warm. And there it is, a win for Ricochet. I mean, it was a pretty good match in the end. It was a slow starter, but it was definitely effective in the end, and Ricochet moves on. And Ricochet will get the task that nobody really wants, and of course that is to face off against Brian Cage in the second round. Right, we move on to our final 4 first-round matches. First of all, we've got Big Pentagon versus Adam Cole. Pentagon Jr. I did forget to reduce Pentagon's overall down, so he's still currently 100 rated, which could be interesting. Could be interesting. It could hopefully be, well, hopefully it's not going to be too one-sided. I'd like to see Adam Cole get the win, to be honest. Here we go. Adam Cole, nice jawbreaker. Oh, Chapter 6 is out. Have to give that a read after this one. Adam Cole slamming Pentagon down face first. She's going to write a whole book out of this, I think. We've got 16 people on a Discord now. That's really good. That's more than I expected us to get. Nice clothesline there by Adam Cole, taking Pentagon down to the outside. Pentagon, nice. Twisting the knee of Adam Cole. So we can actually have this as not really a championship as such on PWG, but it can be on that same screen, can't it? Like tournament winners. That would work pretty well. Say you've got the Battle of Los Angeles, you've got the DDT, and I've got the same with other competitions as well, haven't we, really? Okay. Pentagon, nice back elbow. Taking Adam Cole up and drops him. Wow. Knees into the spine. Adam Cole able to break free, though. Pentagon looking incredibly strong here. Oh, but Adam Cole drops him neck first across that top rope. At the moment, have either of these two wrestled yet before? No, Adam Cole's on 0. And Pentagon is on -1 so far in the rankings. He had a match in, obviously, our pilot episode, which he lost to. Who did he lose to? Was it a... He lost to ACH, did he? That was a crazy one, that was, actually. Maybe ACH should have got the opportunity, maybe, I don't know. I'm looking at the guys that are all on -2. There's 2 guys on -2 at the moment. I mean, more might get added, but Ray Phoenix and Willie Mack are both on -2. So maybe we could have a match between those two later on in this competition. Adam Cole dropping Pentagon. Brainbuster onto the knee. Now Adam Cole stalking Pentagon. It'd be very impressive if he gets the win here, to be honest. Wow, taking Pentagon down. Will it be enough? It's a 1, 2. Oh, it's a 2 count. Wow, Pentagon able to break free. That's why I sort of don't want Pentagon to win this. Not because... I mean, I'm a massive Pentagon fan. I'd love to see him win it. But at the same time, because I forgot to put his max down, he's 100 rated at the moment. And Adam Cole's like 82. So it's pretty pretty one-sided. So I'm voting for the underdog. And Adam Cole, the underdog, does kick out. Pentagon looking happy. Oh, hang on a minute. Who's this? Is that... I don't know who that was. Who is that? It's Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander distracting Pentagon. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, this is throwing a bit of a curveball out here then. But again, it's another good opportunity for a match we can build to in the future. Distracts Adam Cole mid-match. There we go. Just getting that set up on there so we can build upon that. We've got a couple of things to build upon now then. So we had the previous match, where previous show where Ciampa attacked Walter after the match. And now Cedric interfering in this one. Definitely something we can work on. Could be a Cedric and Ricochet. Maybe that's what it is. Cedric and Ricochet versus Pentagon and Phoenix could be a very interesting match. I wouldn't say no to that at all. Jawbreaker there by Pentagon on Adam Cole. Sprinkler's still going well. That's German suplex. This has been a pretty good match so far as well, even with the Cedric Alexander interference. Adam Cole, baby. Nice elbow in the gut there by Pentagon on Adam Cole. Pentagon with a boot in the knee. Pops up into the Canadian or the Mexican Destroyer. There's the pin. 1, 2. No, still in here 2 count. Wow. That'd be cracker. I mean, we've got the Death Triangle, haven't we? So we could have Ali, Ricochet, Alexander versus Pentagon, Phoenix, and Pac. I'm sure Pac will want some retribution for losing to Ricochet. Pin once again by Pentagon. Not quite enough. It's close, though. Very close. Pentagon now pulling back at the neck of Adam Cole. Really wrenching back. Both guys back up to their feet. Adam Cole catching Pentagon. Up once again. Brainbuster onto the knee. Adam Cole with a pin for the 1, 2. Oh, only 1 count. Yeah, it depends on the duration. It would be a really good match, but at the same time, it depends how far Ricochet gets in the competition, I suppose, because he's going to be tied up. So it might not be what we can do anyway. Let's wait and see how we go. Oh, what a boot in the side of the head there by Adam Cole. Shining Wizard. And there's the win by Adam Cole. Wow. Okay, so Ricochet versus Cedric Alexander's got some legs here now then. Not Ricochet, sorry. Pentagon versus Cedric Alexander's got some legs. As Adam Cole picks up the win and Pentagon suffers a loss again. Okay, so there's 3 guys now on -2. And that is Pentagon, Phoenix and Willie Mack. Big win there for Adam Cole. And Lucha Brothers really struggling here. And Pac lost as well tonight. So, yeah, all 3 members of the Death Triangle really struggling. All knocked out of the competition already. But Cedric versus Pentagon has some potential. Maybe Cedric and... Ricochet's tied up. I was going to say, Pentagon, Phoenix, and Pac are all available now, then, aren't they? It's just Cedric finding himself 2 partners. Which he was a tag team with ACH in the past. Maybe that could be an opportunity. But great win then for Adam Cole. He moves on and he will face off against the winner of our next match, Matt Riddle versus Bandido. Here we go. Yeah, I'll read it after the show news generation so I can give it the full attention it deserves. Just be 1 second. I'm just going to turn the water pressure up slightly on my sprinkler. Every now and again you've got to turn the pressure back up. There you go, so I can get some more of the grass watered. Lovely jubbly, there we go. Right, Matt Riddle versus Bandido. Two very differing styles here, actually. And Matt Riddle takes the strong start with that running knee strike. But Bandido fights straight back in with that tornado head scissors. Of course, like I said, the winner of this one's going to get Adam Cole. Baby. Sit out powerbomb there by Bandido. Matt Riddle, nice kick right in the gut. And a spear on Bandido as well. Bandido fighting back with a dragon screw on Matt Riddle. Jay's still sneaking around in the shadows. Oh, what a knee strike that was by Matt Riddle. Yeah, Pentagon versus Adam Cole was a very good match, wasn't it? Especially the fact that it's able to give us that little added extra of the Cedric Alexander. Well, it wasn't really an interference, more of a distraction, wasn't it, really? So it gives us the potential build for other stuff as well. Oh, what a goal. What a goal by Chelsea. That's Pulisic, isn't it? Yeah. Christian Pulisic has scored a cracking goal for Chelsea. That's not good. Bandito now front chancery on Matt Riddle. Dropping a big stiff elbow on the back of the shoulder. Boot in the gut as well. Matt Riddle now brings Bandito up. Bandito fights back. Looking for the drop kick. Matt Riddle just slaps him out of the way. Matt Riddle looking very strong here tonight. Riddle head to the outside. Boots in the shins of Bandito. And the big one to the side of the head and the back fist as well. Matt Riddle picks Bandito up and slams him down into the powerbomb. Matt Riddle definitely dominating here tonight. Definitely dominating. Riddle slamming Bandito's face into the mat before striking him with a knee right in the side of the head once again. Riddle now Bandito up on the shoulder, drops him. And a big boot across the face as well. Matt Riddle surely has just put himself into the no. Too close to the ropes. Bandito, nice. Dragon suplex. Standing Spanish fly. There's the pin. I mean, all three of these next three matches have got a member of the Nexus squad in them. Bandito in this one. Kenny Omega versus Flamita next. And Johnny Gargano versus Ray Horus is our last first round match. Riddle striking back with the jawbreaker. Slamming Bandito down. Bandito fighting back with jawbreaker of his own. But Matt Riddle starting to take some control back once again. Oh my god, what a brutal German sewer. Release. It wasn't even a proper German, was it? Just release. Belly to back suplex, launched him over his head. Matt Riddle now lifting him up and dropping him. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip, looking for a second. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip, looking for the third gut wrench suplex. And there it is. Riddle now wrenching back at the arm. Flamita fighting free and slamming the stiff right hands right into the face of Matt Riddle. Flamita now, oh, Riddle fights back strong. Forearm. And Riddle slamming Bandito down hard into the mat. Riddle booting the arm once again. And now Riddle looking to lock in that Rings of Saturn style submission. Will it be enough to eliminate Bandito? And get him that match into Adam Cole in the next round? No, Bandito able to fight free. Wow. Okay. But now has the damage been done? It has indeed, and Matt Riddle does walk in to the next round to face off against Adam Cole. It wasn't the prettiest of matches, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely effective from Matt Riddle over Bandito. There we go. Matt Riddle moves through to the next round of the competition. Like I said, he'll face off against Adam Cole. Bebe, of course. It's going to be a pretty interesting match, isn't it? Very interesting. I've not been keeping track of this. Matt Riddle, Adam Cole, Ricochet, Brian Cage. There we go. That's that. So 2 more first round matches remain. We have got Kenny Omega versus Flamita and Johnny Gargano versus Ray Horus. So hot, even my beer's not staying cold for very long. It's terrible, isn't it? So Matt Riddle the King of Bros, makes his way through to face Adam Cole in the next round. This could be an interesting one, though. I'm looking forward to both these next two matches. Kenny Omega versus Flamita. And then Johnny Gargano versus Ray Horus as well. These could both be absolute show stealers. Kenny Omega versus Flamita. Yeah, it should be a good match. Not quite sure about this Kenny Omega quarter. I mean, it's good, but it's... I don't know. I'm not very good at this sort of stuff, to be honest. My eyes don't work like they used to before. Either way, it's effective. Kenny Omega dropping Flamita straight away into the Famehouser. Into a pin. Omega going to squash him here. It's a 2 count already. Wow. Wow, 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 indeed. Flamita, though, getting back up to his feet. Strong right hand. And slamming Kenny Omega down hard. Flamita sends Omega against the ropes. Ducks underneath, but Omega catching the boot in the guts. Looking for the bicycle kick, but Flamita fights back with a strike of his own. But Kenny Omega catches the leg once again into the short, sharp snap German. Omega now stamping on the spine of Flamita, now dragging him away from the ropes before dropping into a pin. And Kenny Omega keeping Flamita grounded. That's the wisest place for him to be, I think. I mean, you want to keep him grounded. You know how dangerous he's going to be when he's on his feet and springing around the ring. Wow, Omega just strongholds Flamita off the apron, crashing to the ground below. Omega up on the turnbuckle. Flamita slides back in though. Look for that. Oh, backstabber on Kenny Omega. Big boot in the back once again. Flamita now wrenching back at the arm of Kenny Omega. And into the arm breaker. That's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Kenny Omega. Nice gut wrench into a power bomb. And now Omega looking to line up a potential V-trigger. Boom. No, misses it. Flamita dodged out the way, but Omega still able to try and get more offense. Flamita fights him away once again. Ooh, Omega catches Flamita with that strong knee in the face and into a DDT. Flamita just pops straight back up like nothing happened. Flamita now hooking the legs of Kenny Omega over the top rope. Looking potentially super Spanish fly. Wow. Big move by Flamita. And this will be a massive elimination as well. If Flamita can eliminate Omega in with a shooting star. There's the pin. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Okay, wow. Very, very interesting here tonight. Omega trying his hardest to try and eliminate Flamita. But at the moment, it's Flamita who's looking very strong. Very, very strong. Nice gut wrench powerbomb. Oh, and now looking potentially for the capture electric chair German suplex. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Wow. Omega once again stalks. Boom, into the one-winged angel. 1, 2, and a 3. And Kenny Omega does pick up the win here over Flamita. And Kenny Omega moves into the second round of the Battle of Los Angeles tournament. Got a love bit of Final Fantasy music, haven't we? So 2 members of the Mexa squad are out now then. Both Bandido and Flamita eliminated. Rey Horus is the last man with a chance to take the Mexa squad further into this competition. And he goes a one-on-one next against Johnny Gargano. Right. Here we go then. Johnny Gargano versus Rey Horus. Gargano pushing Horus into the corner. Horus knows there's a lot here on the line for him and the Mexa squad. They could all be eliminated here tonight. But Gargano is looking strong here as well, sending Horus into the corner. Nice back elbow. Yeah, I must admit, New Duration, the stream in general was very dead compared to them. There was only 5 people viewing at this point in time. It's sort of turned into a normal episode at this point in time. It doesn't really matter. I'm enjoying it. That's the main thing. There's only this and one more match left, to be honest, in the stream. I know we'll be finishing things off for the night anyway. I've got quite a few bits to do tonight before I go to bed. Oh, 4 people in the stream now. Probably the worst stream we've had so far, to be honest. I suppose in this sort of weather, not many people are inside watching, are they? They're all outside doing fun outdoorsy stuff. Rey Horus now with Gargano on his shoulders, dropping him face first. Big boot in the spine as well. Horus dropping a knee into the back of Johnny Gargano. Nice drop kick by Gargano right into the face of Rey Horus as well. Oh, what a step up into Guri there by Gargano, right to the side of the head of Horus. Oh, Bunmi's happy. He's popped in at half-time to tell us that Chelsea are beating Man City 1-0. He's a very, very happy man. Rey Horus now sending Gargano into the corner. Horus catch him with a running drop kick. And a second one as well. Horus looking strong here. Yeah, I've been watching it, Bunmi. I've got it on beside me while I'm doing the stream. It was a really good goal. Only a 1 count. How's the rankings looking at the moment then? It's pretty interesting, the rankings. We're starting to see some movers here, up and downs. Don't get too cocky, Bunmi. I think there's still a whole second half to come. And Leicester are free-falling a bit as well. There's a chance we could both finish top 4. Nice. Lawn dart by Gargano. On Rey Horus, brings him back up. Oh, nice. Big slam out the corner. Pin by Horus on Gargano. Gargano slowly back up to his feet. Step up into go right to the side of the face of Rey Horus, who drops. Running drop kick. At least when Bunmy comes in, we know we're going to get the chat back up and running. It'd been pretty dead until you turn up, mate. There we go. The Gargano escape locked in here by Gargano on Rey Horus. If this is a tap, then all three members of Mexa Squad are out. They built up that momentum with that six-man tag victory over SCU last night, and they're gradually losing their momentum here tonight. Bandido and Flamita already out, and Rey Horus almost joining them there. Almost joining them. Nice drop kick to the back. Rey Horus now boot in the gut of Gargano. Oh, okay, mate. I didn't realise that. So I don't think Bunmy's really a wrestling fan. I think he just comes in to chat a bit of football every now and again, to be honest. I don't know why nobody else can see it. He must have his account set a different way, maybe. I don't know. Rey Horus taking Gargano up. Gargano escapes. And Gargano now... Ooh. Horus reverses. Sending Gargano into the corner with a clothesline. Are you trying to say, New Duration, that I'm imagining Bunmy? Is he like an imaginary friend? When chat gets dead, I just imagine Bunmy's around. Rey Horus inverted 450 on Johnny Gargano. Of course, the winner of this one will go on to face off against Kenny Omega in the next round. Nice take on there by Johnny Gargano on Rey Horus. Big uppercut. Boom. Backbreaker as well. Slam on the knee there by Horus. Now into a cutter over the top. Rey Horus boot in the gut. And slamming Gargano face first into his knees. Dragged into the middle of the ring. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Rey Horus gets the victory over Johnny Gargano. And the Mexa Squad live on in this tournament, even if it's for only one more round. We'll have to wait and see, but Rey Horus gets his second win. And we have Johnny Gargano picking up the loss. There we go. So, we now know all of the second round matches for our Battle of Los Angeles tournament. We are going to have Will Ospreay versus Pete Dunne, Tommaso Ciampa versus Zack Sabre Jr., Sami Zayn versus Jeff Cobb, Brian Cage versus Ricochet, Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle, and Kenny Omega versus Rey Horus. There we go. Alex, I really enjoyed this week's Dynamite, to be honest. I know it was a bit of a... they had to change quite a lot because of several reasons, with obviously suspensions and rehab and COVID and that sort of stuff. So it was a bit tricky for them, but I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. AEW versus WWE card. Wow. I mean, there's stuff, the obvious stuff, I suppose. You go for the likes of Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles, or... I mean, I did in the past, in my Fighter Fest, in my game, in my universe mode, I did Omega and the Bucks versus the New Day. That was fun as well. Undisputed Era versus the Elite. Omega, Hangman, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Undisputed Era. That could be an interesting match as well. As we move on, talking of interesting matches, let's move on to our main event of the night. A fatal 4-way elimination tag team match. We have got the American Wolves, we've got the Young Bucks, we've got Red Dragon, and we have LAX. I suppose you could go, if you want to go in the women's route, you've got Hikaru Shida versus Asuka. Nyla Rose versus Nia Jax. What other ones could you use? Don't know who else we could use, really. I mean, there's loads of great matches you could do, isn't there, really? Got Shinsuke Nakamura in there, Samoa Joe. Brian Cage. I mean, Brian Cage, Samoa Joe wouldn't be bad. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Kazarian. That's another option. Cody versus Triple H will work pretty well as well. Are you sticking to current day New Generation? Are you using alumni as well? Because if you're using alumni as well, you could do Cody versus Ric Flair would be a good match, I think. Brian Cage versus Brock Lesnar. And we are underway. Of course, winning team going to get a lot of ranking points here. Are they all on this roster? LAX, the Young Bucks. Good, that was the Elite, that's fine. Red Dragon, they're down as Undisputed Era, that's fine. American Wolves, I didn't have them on here because I wasn't expecting to. They're supposed to be best friends, but I didn't have them downloaded, so that's my fault. American Wolves. Drag all that down. To there, okay. Throw an S on there, okay. So, Davey Richards. There we go. Or another one that you could do, New Generation. If you want to go down the Cody versus Triple H, what about Cody and Omega versus Triple H and Shawn Michaels? Nice powerbomb there by Santana on Bobby Fish. Then Nick Jackson catches Santana in with the atomic drop. Of course, elimination rules this one. So the last team standing will win. These matches are so difficult to keep track of sometimes. I end up just staring and staring and staring, not actually saying anything because I can't figure out what I'm supposed to be saying. Then Ortiz there locked in the armbar by David Richards. Ortiz fighting free. You've got Matt Jackson and Bobby Fish there in the top left-hand corner of the ring. On the outside, you've got Kyle O'Reilly and Eddie Edwards. Santana's down on the ground on the right on his own. Nice atomic drop once again by Nick Jackson. Another submission locked in. It's the head scissors. Not really going to get anything out of that, I don't think, is he? Bobby Fish fighting back on Matt Jackson. Wow, what a crossbody by Nick, taking David Richards to the outside. And both members of LAX follow as well. Matt Hardy with effectively a rock bottom. Or a side effect, if you will. Something along them sort of lines. But now into a super kick on the kneeling Bobby Fish. Matt Hardy now with a pin. This could be our first elimination. Kyle O'Reilly's down. It's not. It's only a 2. I mean, you could do that as well, New Generation. The Young Bucks versus the versus Red Dragons, a pretty good WWE versus AEW match. Nice moonsault by Matt Jackson into the pin on Bobby Fish. And there's the first elimination. Bobby Fish is gone. Nick Jackson now looking to lock in the sharpshooter on Ortiz. Santana comes in and breaks it up, saves his teammates. Pin though by Matt Jackson on Ortiz, and now Santana once again breaking it up. As Bobby Fish heads back to the backstage area. Of course, he's eliminated now. Strong right hand there by Ortiz on David Richards, and Nick Jackson sending Ortiz crashing to the outside. Santana now. Oh, Eddie Edwards just crashed shoulder first into the apron. That looked brutal, that did. Powerbomb on the ring post and into the ground there by Nick Jackson on Davey Richards as well. So much action at this point in time. But only one of these teams will come out with those all-important free ranking points in this one. It's a massive victory for somebody. They can really build on. Submission locked in there by Kyle O'Reilly on Eddie Edwards. Davey Richards breaks it up. Davey now, big knee strike right in the side of the head of Kyle O'Reilly. Joins him back in the ring, but it's going to be Eddie who jumps on the pin. It's still only a 2 count though. Big boots in the spine there by Eddie. Davey brings O'Reilly back up. O'Reilly avoids the strike by Davey, who now catches him in that guillotine. Eddie Edwards trying to break it up, and he does so. Only a 2 count there by Matt Jackson on Ortiz's nice submission and pinfall, but Eddie breaks his own submission to make sure he can break the pinfall. Bucks are looking strong here tonight, though. They're looking very good. Of course, we've already seen a victory for the Elite. They got a win over Mighty Skull, PCO, and Brody King Villain Enterprises in our pilot episode. And it's a chance to build upon that here tonight. A massive one if they're doing. Eddie Edwards is gone. Sorry, no, David Richards is gone. We're down to 1 American Wolf, and we're down to 0 American Wolves now, are we? No, we're down to 0 Red Dragons. We've got 1 American Wolf. We've got 2 LAXs. And 1 American... No. 1 American Wolf, 2 LAXs, and 2 Young Bucks. That's what we're doing. I'll get there eventually. Pinned by Santana on, I believe, Nick Jackson. Only a 2 count. Nick taking down Santana. As we're down to our final 5 in this match now. Eddie Edwards has got a lot of pressure on him now. He's on his own against 2 tag teams. Or is he? Yeah, he is, yeah. Of course he is. My brain stopped working there. I couldn't see Ortiz. Like you can miss the guy with a massive afro. Nick Jackson now dumping Santana to the outside. Lines him up. He's thinking tope. And he hits the tope as well. Wow. Matt Jackson. Eddie Edwards fighting back with a boot in the guts. Into like a Rough Rider that was, but Ortiz swung at Eddie, and Eddie catches Ortiz with a drop kick now. The next elimination is very important, I think. I think if the Bucks or LAX can eliminate either of those other two teams, then it's going to be a very strong position. Matt Jackson fighting back with the uppercut. Nice takedown there by Santana behind on Eddie Edwards. As Matt Jackson now taking Eddie up, and oh, wow. Santana just struck Matt Jackson, he just dropped Eddie Edwards face first. There's a pile driver by Matt Hardy as well. It's a little bit like whatever you can do, I can do better at this point in time, as now Santana going to go for his own pile driver and hits it as well. Who did it better? That's the question. I think either way, I don't think old Eddie Edwards is going to be the best position. He's just been pile driver twice. He's going to be gone, surely. No, only a 2 count still. Nice here by Santana. In control of Eddie Edwards, but Nick Jackson's getting a nice chance to rest here and try to sneak up and super kick. Santana didn't quite get there though. He tried to sneak it. Drop kick there by Nick Jackson, dropping Eddie Edwards. There's the super kick. Down goes Eddie. Nick into the pin. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count still. Wow. Eddie Edwards showing incredible resilience here. Nice drop kick by Nick Jackson, once again taking Eddie Edwards down. As Matt working over Ortiz on the outside, slamming him face first into the ring steps. Santana now, backdrop. It's not a great night for Eddie Edwards at the moment. He's just getting absolutely pummeled at this point in time. Santana now going after Nick Jackson over the top with a neck breaker. That's a big move. Can he get the win of it? No, he can't. Nick Jackson taking Santana down. Nice gutbuster. Matt still fighting Ortiz on the outside. There's the super kick taking Ortiz down. I mean, if either of the Bucks or LAX are eliminated now, it becomes a very interesting match. Somebody's going to get a big advantage. Eddie Edwards is out here. He's really out, but Matt is also doing more damage. Wow, that was an interesting combination there by Santana. As Nick now spinning Santana around. Sup, PJ? You've turned up just in the middle of the last match. Matt Jackson boot in the gut now, taking Eddie Edwards up. Eddie fighting back. Where's your name in all capitals, PJ? It's like you're shouting it. Pin here. But of course, Ortiz is going to break that one up. Nick now catching Ortiz. Into the vertical suplex. Yeah. Nobody else is all caps. I think it's just you. You like people shouting your name, that's what it is. Single leg Boston Crab by Nick Jackson on Ortiz. Santana slipped over before he got there to break it up, but now does break it up. Spear by Matt Jackson on Eddie Edwards. That's an interesting one. There's the big ace crusher. But it's right in front of the other Buck. You're never going to get the pin, mate. You're never going to get the pin right in front of the tag team partner. Power driver now on Santana. This could be interesting. Ortiz is being taken down by Eddie Edwards. Nope, they've allowed Ortiz to roll to the outside. Matt Jackson's looking side effect there. Eddie breaks free. I don't think PJ's on Discord, I don't think. He's not had a chance to read the ongoing fan fiction. Nick Jackson now sending Eddie Edwards crashing to the outside. It's the big chance, though. Ortiz heading up. What's Ortiz planning here? This is stupid, Ortiz. Ortiz, this is stupid, my man. Don't go for the dive. Oh, he went for the dive. Oh, he landed it, though. He landed it pretty well. Neck breaker on the out. What the earth was Nick Jackson doing there? This match has been a bit of a mess so far, I must admit. Super kick, though, by Matt Jackson into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there's the elimination. We're down to 2 Young Bucks. We're down to 1 American Wolf and 1 LAXer. Is that the right word? PJ's not nerdy enough to use Discord. He's too busy playing FIFA. Boot in the back there by... Oh, you know what? I've done this entire stream. I haven't turned the monetization on yet, have I? Whap, 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 whap. Oh, I'm not getting paid for the last 2.5 hours. Yeah, it is a long one, isn't it? Although the Bucks are looking for a great finish here. Moonsault, there goes the LAX. And even better news, Man City have just scored. See, Bunby's not talking now, is he? As Team Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, pick up the victory. They obviously heard Lucha Reject complaining and decided to speed things up a little. There we go. So losses for everyone. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Both pick up losses. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Oh no, Terrence, I'm terrible. I really am. Who else was in that match? LAX. So that is Ortiz and Santana. And the other team was Red Dragon. That's Kyle O'Reilly and the Bob Meister. There we go. Right, the rankings are up to date as the end of that show. It's looking interesting now, actually. It's definitely looking interesting.